Hey folks, Jim Thomas here, Fitness Management and Consulting. Hey, appreciate you being here at the channel today. And if you've not yet done so, please consider hitting that subscribe button. And then also, if you enjoy the information that I provide, hit that like button as well. And numerous links below. Check them out on different ways we can help you grow and develop your business. Now, our topic today, we pose this question: are you a pushy gym salesperson? And I don't think most folks want to be a pushy gym salesperson. Some are, not intentionally, okay? It's because they really have not been trained on how to properly, do some of this. So are you a pushy gym salesperson? I'm going to give you some things to think about and look through them. Some of these, are you doing them? Are you making these mistakes? If you are, maybe we can help you fix them. And so let's get into it and see kind of where you stand up on some of this. So never call or email a customer without some kind of new update. Anytime you call somebody, you email them, have something new to share. Don't just grind the same old stuff over and over and over. And this is a common mistake. A lot of folks, hey, I don't want to be pushy. I don't see myself as pushy. But that's that same old tired message over and over. They might interpret it like that. Okay, so whenever you're calling somebody, certainly calling them, when you're emailing them, even texting them, give them new information. Always give them new information. Number two, ask different questions. Don't just go on autopilot and ask the same questions every single time. Probe, show an interest in this person, ask different questions. And I would even suggest, take a look at your outbound call structure. If you don't have one, you can check the videos on this channel. We have one on there for you. But before you make this outbound call, anticipate what are some potential questions that I'm going to get. What questions can I ask? How can I handle this call a little bit differently? Number three, avoid talking about the sale right away. Avoid talking about membership right away, unless that's where you're at in the deal. You just talked to them yesterday, they're making a decision. That's a little different story. But if you're following up with them, avoid just kind of going through the throat right off the bat. Okay, make sure we know what are their goals, why are their goals important. What is their level of certainty. Where are they at on some of this? So don't just jump into it. Don't just jump into the sale right off the bat. Get in the habit of asking questions instead of making statements. It's a great habit to get into, because the folks that are asking questions, we're learning more about our customer, and the more we know about our customer, the better we can help them make that decision to get started with us. Okay, the idea is to get as much information as we can. Okay, so avoid making statements, ask questions, probe, and the more you get your customer to talk, the more, in some cases, they'll talk themselves right on into it. Make sure you're also taking some good notes on this, so this information can go inside your CRM and you can get that additional information for future follow-ups. Number 5 on here, don't answer questions with, well, but. What we're not trying to do here is don't make your customer wrong. This is a big mistake we make too. We try to sell from a standpoint of disagreement. We try to sell from a standpoint of making our customer wrong. Get in the habit of being agreeable. Mary, I understand. Seems like everything costs more money these days. If they tell you, I think that's a lot of money you guys charge. Yeah, but. Or, well, not really. Or, Mary, hey, I understand. Seems like everything costs more money these days. We can be agreeable and still stay on process. So, avoid, that disagreement. Avoid, but. Okay. Number 6, treat all objections as like they're unique. Okay. Whatever the objection is with that customer, it's almost like treat it like you heard it for the first time. Don't just go into autopilot. This is another big mistake that we make on some of this. Treat it like it's unique. Talk to this customer like you're truly trying to help them, navigate through, this issue, because they have things they want to accomplish. They have reasons they want to accomplish this, and there's some uncertainty in there. Help them work through this. Treat these so-called objections, complaints, like they're unique. Treat it like it's the first time that you heard it. Okay. Number 7, this one's, it sounds crazy, but let your prospects off the phone. too often when I hear people, we think we just need to stay on and stay on and stay on and stay on. That's really not the idea, okay? Let them off the phone. Not everybody is going to be in a buying mode right now, and part of what we're trying to do, we're trying to move these folks, kind of through what I would call that nurturing process, building confidence, building trust, building belief, understanding goals, understanding why those goals are important, and navigating them through this. Not everyone's going to be ready to buy. Stop asking them, okay, if they're not ready. But if they give you a buying signal, well, hey, how does your group exercise work? Do I have to book that in advance? Can you tell me more about personal training? Hey, if I'm a member, can I bring friends? Hey, those are all great buying signals and a great reason to ask for an appointment. Okay, but don't just keep talking and talking and talking about the sale if they're not ready. Even if a customer says, well, I'm really not, really interested in joining right now. Mary, hey, I understand. I wouldn't expect you to be ready to join right now. And then go into some kind of a coaching. I wanted to give you a couple things, couple exercises you can do at home, a couple eating tips you can do at home. Give them that information. Get permission to call them back. Let them off the phone. Okay? Get buy-in from your customer. Get agreement. Get common agreement. Okay, and this really is going to come from probing and asking questions and regular communication. If we're just calling these folks once a month, then it sounds too much like all we care about is maybe trying to get them signed up. Stay in touch with them. Be a resource center for your customer. Be a servant. If they decided maybe they joined someplace else, doesn't mean you give up on them. Okay, they've made a commitment. Okay, maybe not with you. But you know what? Things don't always work out like we want, so let's stay in touch because they might decide to change. But along the way, get buy-in. This is what you're looking for, right, Mary? You want to lose that. Well, that's exactly what I want. That's exactly what I need. Ask a lot of probing questions, okay, with your customer. Number 9, listen. Listen to your customer. One of the things, particularly when we've been doing this a while, or maybe we've kind of memorized some of this, which is good to do. Okay, but make sure that when we're talking to our customer, we are truly listening to what they say. Too often that we're simply waiting for our chance to respond. Hurry up and finish so I can tell you what I need to tell you. Okay, listen to what your customer has to say and then respond appropriately. Don't just wait for your turn to talk. Okay, you're going to get a disconnect in there because the more you truly listen, you'll find, you'll sell higher price programs, it'll be easier to get referrals, you'll get more personal training sold, a lot more things are going to happen here. Okay, and so, vary your outreach, with your customer. Vary how you try to communicate. Doesn't have to just be a phone call, even though phone calls need to be part of it, but you can email, you can text, you can send them videos, you can send them direct messages, you can send them a letter in the mail. Okay, there's a lot you can do in there. Okay, and then finally, the last thing I would comment about, know where you're at, with your customer. Know where you're at. Folks that maybe, say they're at a 20% level of interest. Okay, or they're at an 80 or 90% level. Well, if they're at an 80 or 90% level of interest, okay, because I've been talking to them for a while, I give some urgency. Hey, we're closing out this great program. There's 2 days left on it. Here's how it's going to work. Man, that's going to work great, for those people right there. For folks that are over here at 20 or 30%, maybe not so much. Okay, because we need to move them through, that process to do that. So know where you're at with your customer. Take really good notes on this. What we're trying to stay away from, we don't want to be that pushy salesperson. We want to have decent boldness. Okay, we want to ask where it's appropriate. When you're on the phone, just know for the most part, you're not trying to sell the membership. When you're on the phone, you're trying to sell the appointment to get that person in. So take a look at these. Do any of these define you? Are you that pushy salesperson and maybe you don't mean to be? Okay, you can still ask for the sale without being pushy, because if you know you can get results for your customer, you can solve your customer's problem, you have the best gym to solve their problem at, now's the best time to do it. What's your obligation here? What's your responsibility? Well, let's get them started. Don't be afraid to ask. Okay, Mary, both these programs can help you get the results you're looking for. Of the two, which one's going to suit your needs the best? Very easy way to do it. Very easy way for them to make a decision. So folks, take a look at this, see where you're at. If you need some help on it, click that link below for a free strategy session. Happy to talk with you further. My name is Jim Thomas. Hope you all have a great day.